Welcome back to Let's Replay Neverwinter Nights 2 original campaign. This is Big Los, and we are outside of the City Watch headquarters. We have just been given the green light to go into the Blacklake District, so we're going to head on over there. But first, we're going to segue this way. This is the crafting merchant. He has something that we need, because somebody else inside the Blacklake needs something from us. So, show me what you have for sale. So we need some quicksilver. So we're gonna buy it. And 30 gold! Are you kidding me? I guess we have no choice. Okay. I mean, maybe I can sell some of these gems, but I want to do that at Sand Shop. I probably should have done that off camera. Whatever. Okay, let's go to the aforementioned Blacklake District. Here it is. However, the gate is still locked, and we're not allowed to pick it, even though we don't have Nishka in our party who would be able to do that anyway. Therefore, we have to talk to one of these guards out here. Oh, it's you again. Sorry, but the gate's still closed. I have a pass from Captain Berlena. Well, no. Apparently your good deeds down at the docks were enough for her. Everything seems to be in order. We'll get this gate open for you straight away. Hey, up there. We've got someone needing into Blacklake. They've got a pass from the captain. There you go. One of the guards on the other side will escort you. The pass doesn't give you free reign in the district, just to this Aldanon's home. Alright, so that kind of sucks. I don't see why we couldn't just wander around ourselves, being that we're part of the City Watch. Why do we need an escort from the City Watch? I don't know, maybe it makes sense to other people. It doesn't make sense to me. Aldanon's, you said, right? Well, here we are. Don't expect too warm of a welcome, though. He's been even more detached lately. I'll just wait here while you talk to him. I'm sorry, are you here with the delivery? What are you waiting for? Quicksilver for my shard experiment. Have you brought some? Let's do this. Bluff/lie. Yes! I'm here to deliver some to you. Failure. No. I mean, you just don't really seem like the type for delivering things. You're much too battle-seasoned. How would you know that through the door? I'm with the City Watch. I'd like to ask you some questions. The Watch? Whatever are you here for? Is someone in trouble? No trouble, but you have information that I need. Really? I'm always happy to help the Watch, and information is something of a specialty of mine, you know? Quite a hobby. Let me remove these wards. They're all disarmed. I think come right on in. Well, I guess we didn't need the quicksilver after all.
Ah, well met, well met. Please forgive my rather rude questions at the door. I would never intentionally stand in the way of the City Watch. Well, unless there was nowhere else left to stand, really. But that wouldn't happen unless there was a flood. I must confess, normally I'm rather, well, reclusive. Not that I dislike people, mind you. Quite the contrary. But lately, with all the troubles, a murderer on the loose and young nobles sneaking around up to who knows what, I've had to place wards around my home.
Warding your home?
Ah, yes. Lately, I've seen figures sneaking around in the dark, and not that well-meaning sort of sneaking either. It's obvious what they want.
What do they want?
Why, my house, of course. As if I would ever sell it. Ridiculous. I'd sooner give up my left eye. But my right annoys me at times, so that would be an easier sell.
You sound like Grobnar. Sounds like you may have sold your wits already.
Oh, no, no, no. Still have all of those. Yes, I do. Still as sharp as a club. Wouldn't trade a house for my wits. Not at all. Well, perhaps for my gardener's mind. In any event, back when I first settled in Neverwinter, my humble abode was on the outskirts of Blacklake, bordering acres of untouched wilderness. Now, with Neverwinter being rebuilt, following all that plague nonsense, my property went from the periphery to being right on the main thoroughfare of the rich part of Neverwinter. All the nobility wants to live in Blacklake, but there's no more room, so lately they've been trying various ways to convince me to sell my land.
How did they try to get you to leave?
First, they tried offering me ridiculous sums of gold. What do I need with more gold? Next, they tried making loud noises late at night, but I need little sleep. So the only thing they accomplished was scaring away the night birds that raid my garden, for which I thanked them. Lately, they must be getting desperate, because most nights I can look out and see them watching me.
Are you sure these figures you see are nobles?
Of course. Who else would sneak around my home? Well, present company excluded. Oh, that's right. You came here for a reason, yes?
I have discovered several of these shards.
Great dear, what a tale! The moment you arrived, I knew I'd be interested in meeting you. Wish I'd known that when I first greeted you. Would have saved some time. You've certainly come to the right place. A while ago, I found another shard with properties similar to the ones you possess. I've done every possible test on the shard, but learned little. However, I've never had another shard to compare it against. If you'd like some answers, I'll gladly run some tests on your shards. I have just enough quicksilver to do it.
Can I buy your shard?
Oh, no, no, no. It's not for sale. However, if I can determine anything after my test, you're welcome to it. I'll really have no use for it once I discover what it is.
Where did you get your shard from?
Well, now, I'm sure it would make for a fascinating tale, except that I don't remember.
What are you, President Reagan? You've been spending all of this time studying them and you can't remember?
I've had no reason to remember, but I suppose I should try now that you've asked me. Someone had to have given it to me, right? I remember a well-dressed man, perhaps nobility, though I'd never asked such a personal question.
Think, old man, I don't have all day.
Patience, please. I'm doing my best to remember. So many faces. It won't go any faster if you yell. He gave me this shard, asked me to study it and report my findings. Now that I think about it, he's never returned for an answer. Not that I've had one to give him. And I never did catch his name, so I wouldn't be able to find him either. Irrelevant, since, like I said, I haven't been able to glean any useful information from my single shard. So it turns out the tale wasn't nearly as fascinating as I hoped. A pity. Back to my original question, then. Would you like me to run some tests on your shards?
Yes, but I want these back.
Ah, thank you. I'll be right back with this. My tests are complete. With another shard to use as a comparison, well, I learned quite a bit. Quite a lot, actually. It appears these shards contain latent magical energy, either caused by a strong enchantment from when they were whole or from their method of destruction. Furthermore, the shards resonate when they are brought together, increasing their magical energy output accordingly. These shards are pieces of a broken Githyanki Silver Sword. Are you familiar with the Githyanki?
I'd be interested in hearing what you know about them.
The Githyanki are a race of beings that dwell on the Astral Plane, led by Vlakith, the Lich Queen. Not a nice woman, I hear. Ages ago, the ancestors of the Githyanki were human and inhabited another plane of existence, where they were enslaved by the Illithids, or Mind Flayers. Then came Gith. Little is known about her outside the Githyanki, but she led the rebellion to free her people of the Illithids. and is considered the hero and founder of the Githyanki people. The Githyanki Silver Swords are forged with the special purpose of severing the silver cord that connects the form of an astrally projecting traveler to his or her material counterpart. They look like a regular Githyanki weapon until used in combat, at which point they turn into a column of flowing, shimmering liquid. Really quite amazing, I'm told. I believe the shards that you have found are pieces of one of these silver swords. I presume the Githyanki have come to Faerun to recover the shards.
I fought Githyanki, but none of their weapons had the properties you describe.
Common Githyanki would not possess a silver sword. These swords are rare and highly prized. They are given by the Lich Queen to only the greatest of Githyanki knights. When one of their silver swords falls into the hands of a non-Githyanki, they will go to extraordinary lengths to recover it.
Do the Githyanki often lose their silver swords?
Often enough that there is a special group of Githyanki, the Sword Stalkers, whose sole purpose is to seek out any of the missing silver swords and punish the thieves who took them.
Why would the Githyanki care about pieces of a broken sword?
I've never heard of one being broken before. It could be that the Githyanki are as interested in how it was broken as they are in reclaiming the pieces.
How can I reforge this sword with these shards?
Obviously, you'd first need more of the shards, wouldn't you? Between us, we have perhaps enough metal for a hairpin. And once enough had been gathered, well, I really don't know what the next step would be. A large hammer and hot coals, perhaps? I'm really not much of a blacksmith.
Kelgar, you know more about this than I do. What have you to say about it? Oh, you don't. Is there anything more you can tell me about the shard?
I wish I knew more. Ammon Jerro was the real expert. He actually possessed a silver sword.
Who was Ammon Jerro?
Ammon Jerro? Oh, he was a court wizard of Neverwinter decades ago. I met him a few times. He was a nice fellow, a little absent-minded, with a tendency to drift off the subject. Ammon Jerro reminded me of my old mentor, Master Growler. Had the largest collection of noisy, exotic birds, made quite a racket, you know, chirping and squawking.
How did he get a silver sword?
I have no idea. He was a gentle sort, though, so I doubt that he stole or killed for the sword.
Wouldn't the Githyanki come after him to get the sword back?
I suppose they would. But if they went after Ammon Jerro, they never found him. He passed away as quietly as he lived.
Where can I find him?
Well, he's dead now, so I'm not sure finding him will help you much. When word of Ammon's death reached me, it was from a messenger who had heard it in passing. The nobles who ruled Neverwinter at the time must have assumed I would simply know if another scholar passed away, for they had not mentioned it to me. It was almost an afterthought. I learned later that it was partly due to what Ammon's family wanted, and what had been requested by the deceased, to enter life quietly and to leave it the same way. It is sad in this age when the passing of a humble scholar, an indistinct court wizard, barely warrants a footnote in history. It makes me wonder, will anyone remember me when I'm gone?
Can we go back to talk about the shard?
Certainly. Where was I? Oh yes, when I discovered this shard and suspected what it might be, I attempted to uncover Ammon Jerro's research on the subject. Unfortunately, any information Ammon Jerro had on the Githyanki was either lost to the grave, taken far away by his family, or locked within his haven.
Ammon Jerro had a haven? Where?
It was a private retreat of some sort, where he went for solitude. I know it exists, but I don't know where. I suspect that the Neverwinter Archives here in Blacklake would have its location. They typically keep noble family records in the secured archives. They don't allow just anyone to access them, though. I petitioned to be allowed to peruse the secured archives, but I was denied because, well, some silly misunderstanding regarding misplaced books that somehow ended up in my possession.
How can I get gain access to the secured archives?
Normally, you would have to petition for access, which could take several weeks. However, ask the guards at the archives to speak directly with Archives Administrator Kotnik. He has been known to let me in, quietly on occasion.
I'm done wasting my time here.
Very well. Thank you for your visit, and for letting me chat with you. Quite enlightening, really. Oh, and before I forget, you may take my shard. I've no use for it any longer, and who knows, you may gather more. Do be careful, though. I plan to raise my wards again after you have left to keep out those young nobles skulking about. Hope we haven't talked too long. Otherwise, they may have gathered their courage and attempted to sneak in.
No, I don't think that's going to happen yet. Maybe later. We'll see. You were in there for a while, but no worries. I found a stout branch and whittled a carving for Harmony, my fiancée. I need to go to the archives. The archives? Well, my orders were to take you straight to Aldanon's and back out again. Alright, we're going to try all of these, and if none of them work, which probably none will, we'll have to bribe him with 10 gold. Alright, diplomacy. It'll only be a short side trip. What's the harm? Success! Oh, it did work, so we don't have to pay him anything. I suppose it'd be alright, just a short trip after all. I'm not one for books, though. Wait outside once we get there. Come with me. So, here we go, to the archives. I don't think we'll be able to go to the archives again after this mission. I don't know where the entrance would be. Ooh, secret door. Crap. We didn't bring Nishka with us. I might have to prepare the knock spell. Wait a minute. I do have the knock spell. Well, that saves me having to rest at least once. Something doesn't seem right here, though.
Great! What's wrong now?
Never mind. I thought we'd be able to ask you something. So if we check the map, we have these side wings here, and then we're gonna have like a foyer, and then here's the main stacks of the archives. So now would be a good time to put on some buffs. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll meet you back here. Okay, we're back. The buffs have just been applied.
You have need of me?
Let's go check over here. And right away we see some Githyanki. So why don't we cast some tentacles on them?
I hear Chromis poyen.
That looks like it didn't work. There's a bunch of... looks like 3 fortitude save failures and 1 success. That must have been him.
Let us press the attack.
Alright, come in and
Nature
attack.
will have its say.
Unfortunately, we got another zombie.
Press the attack, quickly!
Ah, yes. Looks like they are taking damage from the tentacles. Alright, we killed one with the tentacles. Hey, he got paralyzed. We have the paralytic bolts. Ah, yes. I love those things.
You know nothing, Academy living cantrip casting.
Enemies are near.
Why don't you come in and attack me? Yeah, he's dead. Okay. What do we have here? We got a potion of Cure Light Wounds, and then we have another treasure bag over here. 33 gold pieces. Let's see if there are any interesting books that we can grab. Maybe some scrolls. No, nothing.
I will lead you.
Okay, let's go this way then. Maybe I wasted that tentacle spell. We do have another one, though. Tentacle spells are good when you have, like, a funnel down area where you can trap enemies where they're going to be rushing you and they have to fit through a small area. Alright, here's some more Githyanki. We got 1, 2. Maybe there's only 2 of these guys in here. That's what it seemed like over there. Well, if that's the case, maybe we should just do one of these scorching rays on them.
Yeah?
Alright, Janet, get out of the way.
Let's get him.
Okay, attack.
All right.
Knock him down.
To the abyss with you. It was a mistake to...
Let us press the attack.
What are you still doing back here? Oh my goodness. Don't close the door.
To the abyss with you.
Honestly. I think we have another one that's paralyzed. Those things are very useful. But I don't want to waste them, so we're going to go back to +1 arrow. Bolts, I should say. Good, you're attacking. Dead. Dead. Any treasure bags? 1, 2. Ah, what is this? Greater Mantle of Spell Resistance. Gives you spell resistance 21. You have to have a level 9 caster level. That's nothing to sneeze at. You'd have to be like level 18 or something for that. Craft Wondrous Item Feat. And you need one of the King's Tears, which is one of the rarest gems in the game. Or you could do Armor Spell Resistance, which is Spell Resistance 14. Or Improved Armor Spell Resistance, or the Greater Armor Spell Resistance. And then you only need a caster level 15. And you get Spell Resistance 22. I'm guessing this thing is like a cloak. And then we have Cloak of Resistance. +5 we can do. Up to +5, which gives +5 on bonus saving throws. However, I like to do +5 AC bonus. You can have up to 3 bonuses on magic items in the original campaign, and I think in Mask of the Betrayer you can have up to 4. Let's grab this thing. It's a gem and 21 gold pieces. Okay, so the book we're going to give back to Janek, and he's going to put it into the bag. How heavy is this thing? 0.1? Anything else that we're going to be weighed down with? Oh yeah, what does this do? This is our new shard. It gives us +1 to con, dex, and strength. So we're always going to have a bonus now. Even though when we cast Animalistic Power, it's a +2 bonus. And since they don't stack, it's whatever's the better, which is Animalistic Power. Since this would bring it up to odd numbers for both con, dex, and strength, it really won't give any type of bonus at all, period. Anything in here? No. Okay. Let's go over here then. Who's there? Answer me. I'm the one asking the questions, old man. Oh, we got 250 XP for that. You don't sound like one of the attackers. Why are you here? I need to find information on Ammon Jerro. Jerro? That information would only be contained within the vault. Many of Neverwinter's secrets are kept there, but it is for our eyes alone. Tell me how to get into the vault, or else. Kill me and you'll never find the way into the vault. We'll see about that. You fiend, your plans won't succeed.
Let's see what they're made of!
Haha. Don't worry. We know how to get in there. Kill.
By the shadows of for Merdelaine and all within it.
Yeah. And we get only 4 gold pieces and his veil. This veil is used by the caretakers of the Neverwinter Archives so that they may find and handle the books and records within the secured archives, but they cannot read them. Using this helmet gives the ability to spot all hidden objects, traps, and doors, but the user is effectively blind while wearing the veil, greatly decreasing dexterity and armor class. So while we're wearing this, our dexterity will be reduced by 4, and our AC will be reduced by 2, but we'll have true seeing. It's unfortunate. We're going to need it. So we're going to put that here, and then we'll put the other helmet that we have over there. And even if we take off this helmet... are we paused? Yeah. Even if we take off that helmet, it's not going to reduce our intelligence because we have Fox's cunning cast on us right now. What's going on here? Oh, Githyanki. Okay, where is Eleni at?
By the shadows of
We
Merdelaine.
need you to come in here. We need you to not
The
block
land
the door.
is against you.
That's what we're talking about.
Press the attack.
This
quickly.
is where the tentacles will come in real handy. We're going to put the tentacles right there. Alright. However, we don't want to go in there.
Of course.
Pull back. Make them come to us. Okay, 35 gold pieces.
Press the attack. Quickly.
We have 13 gold pieces. 24 gold pieces and a potion of cure serious wounds. 21 gold pieces. Ah, we have another one. Why don't we back up a little bit? We'll shoot him. Kelgar should probably go to his darts. You have darts? Okay, throw, dart. Eleni, go to your bow. And
All right, I can do that.
or just shoot your crossbow. Yeah. And the dinosaur got him.
Everyone, follow me.
12 gold pieces. Any other Githyanki around here who want to attack me? There's definitely some bladelings over there. I wonder if Quora can throw an ice storm over this. No, she's gonna have to get real close. Oh, you got frost arrows, huh? Or ice arrows, I should say. Come back this way.
You know nothing, Academy living, cantrip casting sop.
Let's get him.
Throwing darts? They can come to us.
All right, I can do that.
On your
What
guard.
do you do?
Close approach.
Alright, you shoot him. Alright, Quora, lead him right into here. Yeah.
Take that!
Nice.
On your guard. Close approach.
I know there's more of these guys around here. I think we got all the ones that were in here. The tentacles are going to wear off very soon. Ah, we have another Githyanki.
Well, well. Looks like we
By
have
the
some new
shadows of
targets.
Merdelaine.
Yes. Take that!
Yeah, dead. Kelgar got him with a dart. Oh, we got some bleaklings over here.
Attack! Ha!
Come back this way.
This one stands no chance.
Yeah, there goes the tentacles.
My tears, take that!
Hey, killed by a dart.
It was a mistake to challenge that.
Hey, the zombie got the kill on that one.
Attack!
Take that! Ha!
Yeah! Distracted by a zombie. Don't you love it? Alright, let's clear everything out here.
Yes.
Let's put on that veil. Now we have one eye closed. Now we can see everything. There's a secret door. And a locked chest. We're going to leave it for right now. I think there's a trap on it too. We wouldn't be able to see these without the veil. These bookcases contain books that are clues to these puzzles in here. So we're going to read a couple of them. Alright, here's another locked chest. Looks like we're going to have to rest about 4 times in here to get 4 knock spells. Maybe even more than that. Ah! We got some enemies up here. Why don't we do a fireball on them?
What's going on?
Dual fireballs.
Take that!
And
Take that!
Dead. These doors won't open without us solving the puzzle. Okay, so we get a gem, another gem, and a tower shield. Kelgar,
Follow me.
you pick that up. Here's another secret door. And another locked chest. Any enemies over here? No.
you have need of me?
Let's pick up these treasure bags. 33 gold. A potion of cure critical wounds. Now, when you do this puzzle, if you get a wrong answer, it's okay. You'll be able to do it again. However, if you answer all of these correctly, without getting a wrong answer once, you get a bonus prize. You get a Periaptive Wisdom +2, I believe. which, if you're not going to use, is good for selling. Ah, yes. We have an enemy over here, but we do have a secret door. Come on, don't get stuck. We need to see the locked chest. You know what? I want to surprise this guy, so let's go around the corner here and get him with long-range weapons. That's what I like about large areas like this. Hit and run tactics. Ah, here's a dead caretaker. We can get another veil from him, too, if we really wanted to. But we're just going to leave it. Let's get these treasure bags. 44 gold pieces. Another gem. And a scroll of flame arrow. We already have flame arrow. In fact, we already have a scroll of it, too. Alright, let's come around the corner. And we'll shoot this guy. Same with you.
Enemies are near.
You and you.
Take that!
Ah, we got another one. Here he comes.
Enemies are near.
Attack him. Attack, and you're gonna have to come around and attack. This one.
You take that!
Nice. Uh-oh.
Looks like we have company.
You have no weapon. You used up all the darts. It's okay. We'll go back to a melee weapon. So why is it not happening? There it goes.
Enemies.
I guess we could do the same thing with you, huh? Dead.
Follow me.
Everyone is dead. Ah, we get a necklace. Another necklace. A crafting book for Amulet of Natural Armor. I think we already have something like that, but we'll take it anyway. And a potion. Ah, we have another treasure bag over here. 54 gold pieces, and all of our buffs are starting to wear off. But that's okay. We're gonna have to rest pretty soon anyway.
You have need of me?
Okay. Wait a minute. There's a trap on this one. It's a holy trap. Yep. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about it. So we take 10 divine damage. We get a gem and a potion of lore. The Luskin threat to Neverwinter. A report from an anonymous source, illustrating the nature of the Luskin threat. 1. Luskin is subtle. It will first attempt to weaken Neverwinter by undermining political alliances. 2. Lord Nasher must expand his political alliances across the Sword Coast to ward off Luskin aggression. 3. The current Luskin ambassador, Torio Claven, is a spy for Luskin and cannot be trusted. That's important. 4. Luskin's immediate short-term goal is the assassination of Lord Nasher. They will take advantage of the chaos to attack. 5. Luskin may turn its attention to Ruatheme again, giving Neverwinter valuable time to prepare for a Luskin attack. All of that seems to be happening. We're going to leave that for right now. In fact, I don't think we're going to take it ever. That's important information. We have another locked chest. So we might as well use one of our knock spells. And it's trapped. Ouch. But we take no damage. So we have an Alchemist Fire and a Wand of Lesser Summoning. I don't think we have one of these wands. I think we gave our last one to Cora or something like that. We'll put that there. And with the shard, we're at least able to carry more stuff now. Just a little bit. Even though we don't get any bonuses, we have increased our carrying capacity. Sailorman case. Death of a Sailorman, volume 2 of 3. So there's 3 volumes that we're going to have to look at. And I'm not going to read every one of them. In fact, I might do a bunch of these things off camera. And we have another chest, which is not locked. That's good. And we have a scroll of shield. We'll take that, a potion of aid, and some choking powder. The choking powder, I guess we'll put down here. Okay, so that should be it. That's it for secrets and stuff and all the enemies. Here's another Sailorman case. Okay, so this is the first volume of Death of a Sailorman. Let's just scan it. Okay. It's telling of the long fall of Blood Sailor Trenner B. Darvin, Scourge of the North Sword Coast. I think we're going to need to know the name of the ship. That might be one of the questions. It's not here. For a sea dog, there are 2 common ways of dying. One way, and the way that most prefer, is a gentle death of old age. The second is to drown, either in the salty sea or in a deep draught of mead, ale, or rum. In other stories of Trenner, his death is always colored in a very noble light. Some, he falls defending his shipmates from the combined fleet of the Luskin Navy, or he dies peacefully in the arms of his one true love. Who she is varies nearly as often as how he died. There are 100 or more different versions of his death, each more heroic and unbelievable than the last. But the true end of him is anything but heroic, and by the end of this account you'll find it believable. Okay. So we'll go to volume 2, and we'll see if there's any key pieces of information. We're not going to have to write a book report. We're only going to be asked some very specific questions that are in these cases. To relate how he died, it is first important to understand how he lived. No single pirate has been responsible for the deaths of so many or the loss of so much property. Okay, his ship is called the Sable Crow. It sank the Luskin Pride, which carried a year's weight in taxes. He was able to pilfer about 10,000 gold pieces off of the Luskin people's money before the Pride sank, lost forever to the indifferent creatures of the depths of the trackless sea. Okay, I don't think there's any information that will be asked here. And what became of the 10,000 gold that Darwin stole from the defenseless Pride? He certainly did not tithe it to the poor, as the legends say he did. He used the money to commission a sister ship to the Sable Crow, the Crimson Hawk. Okay, so those are the 2 ships. The first, his original ship is the Sable Crow. The second ship is the Crimson Hawk. He gave the ship over to his favorite consort. Okay, his favorite consort is Lariat Quist. With 2 powerful pirate ships, he intended to bring Luskin commerce to its knees, and then brave the more heavily armed merchant ships of Neverwinter. His plans were soon thwarted by his own arrogance, and he was betrayed by the one person he had ever shown kindness to. Okay. So we'll try to remember all of that information. See if there's any more cases around here. I know that there's another Sailorman case, and here it is. Okay, volume 3. In the Captain's bedchamber on the Crimson Hawk. Lariat. I thought it was Lariat. Here's Lariat. Quist whispered a bullet ear in her lover's ear to raid the Gilded Sovereign, Luskin's flagship. So that's another one that we should probably remember. Luskin's flagship is called the Gilded Sovereign. Piercing alarm sounded from the Crimson Hawk. Lariat Quist had betrayed Darwin by alerting the Sovereign to their presence. Worse yet, she set the Crimson Hawk to blindside her sister ship and ordered the men she had handpicked to board the Sable Crow. In face of certain death, most sailors take comfort that they will be welcomed into oblivion peacefully by drowning. As Darwin knelt on the forecastle of his ship, preparing to slide into the embrace of the trackless sea, Lariat crept up behind him and pierced his heart with a jeweled dagger that Darwin had given her as a promise of his love for her. Great. So, I guess he didn't drown in the sea, he drowned in his own blood. Kind of a fitting end for a pirate. We have another case. Another Sailormen case. Interesting. Or is this the first one? That's probably the first one. Is that it? I guess that's it. Oh yeah, the Flat Farron case. Here's another one that we're going to need information from. To counter the assumption of a Flat Farron. Since the beginning of recorded history, it has been popular belief that Farron is flat. Yeah, I can see why. You know, ground is flat. Even when the magnet was discovered, and the concept of gravity was postulated by the ancient Ill Foreign, scholars of those times reasoned that objects were pulled toward the ground by the magic force exerted on all things by the weave. Examining the recovered records of the Archmage Karsus, that might be one to remember. You know that he actually succeeded in disrupting the weave for several moments in an attempt to ascend to godhood. Ah, okay. Great destruction followed, but history makes no mention of creatures falling up from Faerun into the heavens. Thus, gravity is not a magical force that is dependent upon the weave. This is important. This is actually describing what happened with the King of Shadows and how he was created. It doesn't say who the King of Shadows was. It just says the Archmage Karsus disrupted the weave in an attempt to ascend to godhood because he assassinated a god himself. And that disrupted the weave, which caused whoever the King of Shadow was to start drawing upon the Shadow Weave, which was disastrous. In addition to the strong counter evidence, many explorers have claimed to have traveled completely around Faerun through combinations of land and sea travel, and even magical flight as described in the journal by the great mage Icarian. Despite these testimonies, many scholars still cling to old notions of Flat Faerun. Even the strong evidence I have stated has been dismissed by the so-called experts. However, I can prove beyond all doubt that Faerun is not flat, but rather is in fact the shape of a ring or donut. That's the answer to the question. The remaining pages of the book look like they've been burned out. I wonder why that is. I wonder why they would burn out the pages. Oh yeah, here's going to be the last book that we're going to need in the Ill Foreign case, is the Ill Foreign Cypher. Aha! This is the hardest one, and I'm going to have to write this down. I'm either going to have to write it down or I'm going to have to take it with me. Yeah, I'll just write it down. I've got to find a pen that works here. Okay, so Nyx is death. Next would be 0. 1 is life. 2 is 1. 3 is to lead. 4 is to follow. 5 is nature. 6 is the weave. 7 is the shadow. 8 is you. And 9 is me. That's the hardest one. That's something that you definitely need to write down or take with you and have it open, because you never know when you're going to be asked that question. Okay, so I think we're ready to attempt to solve the puzzle. Through the veil, you can see the shapes of a feather pen and leather parchment lying on the pedestal, glowing with the soft light. When you approach, the pen rises into the air and scribes a question. The following question references the Luskin threat to Neverwinter. That was the first book we read. What is Luskin's most immediate short-term goal? And lore, assassinate Lord Nasher. Oh, I think we need the books with us if we're not going to do a lore check. Crap. So we have to go and collect these books. Correct. Okay. So, silly me, we're going to have to collect the books. And I guess I will meet you back here after I've done that. Okay, I've collected all the required books. I also went around and unlocked all the chests with knock spells. So, let's open these up. Here we have the Book of Elements. And this tells you how to apply energy damage to weapons. Extremely important. We're going to take it.
I cannot travel quickly carrying all this.
Fortunately, it's a little too much for us to carry.
I cannot travel quickly carrying all this.
Well, I guess we can get rid of one of these wands. Let's give that to Cora.
What's going on?
I don't think you have a summoning wand, do you? No. Now you do.
You have need of me?
Okay, now before we go in here and answer this question, let's go over here and open up this chest. Okay, so we have a spell, Mestel's Acid Breath. We can scribe that. And then we have this thing, which allows you to create strong periaps of wisdom and headbands of intellect and nymph's cloaks. However, not up to +8. Medallion of Thought. Immunity to mind-affecting spells and effects. That's interesting.
I cannot travel quickly carrying all this.
Yeah, we're going to have to give all this stuff to Kelgar until we can manage our inventory in a better way. And those books that we're carrying, we're going to have to return those anyway. So let's answer the question over here. There's also another Sailormen case, which I didn't see before, but it just had another volume 2. Alright. So let's do this one. Through the veil, you can see the shapes of a feather pen and leather parchment lying on the pedestal, glowing with the soft light. When you approach, the pen rises into the air and scribes a question. The following question references Death of a Sailorman. What is the name of Luskin's flagship? Why, that's the Gilded Sovereign. Correct. Alright, we got another one. We had to read 3 volumes, but we got the question about the Luskin ship. Okay, I think this one is the Ill Foreign Cypher. Okay, so another pen rises into the air and scribes a question. The following question references the Ill Foreign Cypher, of course. 93271. Okay, so 9 is me. So we know it's these. 3 is lead. So it has to be this one. Me, lead, 1, shadow, life. So 2 is 1. 7 is shadow. And 1 is life. Correct. Alright. We're almost there. And we'll get the bonus prize. However, we have to answer a question about Flat Faerun. I think it's going to ask us, what's the shape of the world? Through the veil, you can see the shapes of a feather pen and leather parchment lying on a pedestal. When you approach, the pen rises in the air and scribes a question. The following question references to counter the assumption of a flat Farron, which is not a method used by explorers to circumnavigate Farron. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so we know that these three were mentioned. Teleportation wasn't mentioned. However, that would be a good method of trying to circumnavigate. However, you wouldn't really know. You just go from one place to another without seeing the world. So we're gonna say teleportation. Humph, I knew that one. Yeah, I'm sure you did, Cora. Correct. And we get an amulet for answering them correctly. And now the central archive is opened. So we got a Periapt of Wisdom +2. We'll give that to Eleni. And we still have other treasures to get, but for now we have enemies to fight, so we're going to have to put on some buffs. So I'll meet you back here. Okay, buffs are back on. Let's go this way. And we have some neutral Githyankis. So before we interact with them, let's open up these chests. So we get a scroll of false life. We already have it in our spellbook. I think there is at least one more over here. 3 obsidians, and that's it. Yeah, I think that's it for treasure rooms. Let's go in here.
We have the location of Haven. Interesting. There is another Jerro. Ziri will want her. I shall take care of the descendant. Wipe out all mention of the thief. Then rejoin the others. The Kalakcha! Kill him!
Ha! To battle!
Well, I guess it's too late to catch whoever that was. But we can kill these guys rather easily.
You know nothing, Academy living cantrip
By the
casting
shadows of
sock.
Merdelaine.
Well, well.
Alright, Quora.
Looks like we have some new targets. Hope they like.
Well, we have a skeleton warrior this time. It's a lot more useful.
To the abyss with you.
I guess that's it. Maybe I didn't need to put on any buffs. 21 gold pieces, 22 gold pieces, and a potion and a gem. And that's it. Okay. Now, what was that Githyanki reading? Let's read this thing. Archives records. These records of the Jerro family have been partially destroyed. Great. From what you can piece together, Ammon Jerro has one living relative, Shandra Jerro, who has a farm near Highcliff. Interesting.
Small world. Hope the lass has forgiven us for the farm burning down.
Man, I wish they did that for all of these dialogue things here, where they were all voiced, so I wouldn't have to read it.
We need to get to her at once. The Githyanki are probably heading there as we speak.
Yeah, let's just go there. And then we might just have to end the episode right then and there. Oh no, we still have our buffs. It took no time at all to get here. Okay, well, we can just go handle this then. I mean, why not?
There she is! Capture her! Ziri wants her alive!
What in the hells is going on?
Things have turned out well for us, my brothers. The girl and the Kalakcha, both within our reach. Take one team and capture the girl alive. The rest of us will deal with this one.
Okay, so now we have a lot more... Oh, these ones are neutral. We can't attack them for some reason. But these ones that we can attack right away. Let's drop one of these on them.
I hear Chromis poyen.
What's going on?
Eleme vakreni.
Yes.
Why don't we... I guess we could use the wand, but... I mean, why don't we just use this... circlet?
Yes.
And I guess you can do some taunting. I guess we didn't have to. Okay, attack him now. Oh, who did that? Yeah, they don't really last too long, do they? I want that wand of lightning, if that's what you had.
Yes.
No, all you had was a fire agate. And a fluorospar. Chainmail +1. Potion.
Yes.
Kelgar, you have to carry the chainmail.
You have need of me?
What do we have over here? We have a malachite. Okay. Well, I suppose we have enough time to go and rescue Shandra in this episode. Why not? Nothing's hidden here, is there? No. Okay. Let's go in and rescue her while we still have the buffs. Oh, this door's locked over here. We can't get in that way. The house is going to look a lot bigger inside than it does on the outside. It's one of those illusions.
Split up and search the rooms. It should not be difficult to find the girl in here. So the Kalakja survived. Deal with him first. The girl can wait.
So how are we going to deal with these guys? Oh, my skeleton. It's almost dead. Well, it's doing the job it's supposed to do. Once it dies, we'll doppelganger somebody. It's vampiric touch one of them.
To battle! Let's see what they're made of!
Oh my goodness. It took too long to cast. Let's do it on him. Hello?
Time for a...
I guess I can't get around these guys. Alright, do it now.
Take that!
Did I gain any hit points from that? I didn't gain anything from that. That was horrible. And I hit him too. Oh wow. Let's check the map. We can go this way. Oh, there's a treasure. Potion of Lesser Restoration. Okay. Oh, we have a door over here too. What is this? Nothing. Not even any treasure in here. Okay. Well, let's open these doors. No? What about over here? Ah, we got an L-shaped room. But no treasure. What I'm really after is treasure. And maybe Shandra. That's... Oh, there's Shandra. Here's the back door.
You again. Don't come any closer.
Be silent. You're coming with me.
What? I'm not going anywhere. Why won't you all just leave me alone?
Let's drop one of these on them.
I hear Chromis poyen.
Do it.
Eleme vakreni.
Hey! We gained enough to level up. Uh-oh. Looks like you better heal Kelgar.
On your guard. Foes approach.
Yeah, we don't need to level up. We'll do that at the next episode.
Take that!
Nice.
Bonaparte.
Alright, so we got some bullets there. We got a garnet. We got 53 gold pieces. And we got a potion and 20 gold pieces. And over here we have another gem. Okay. And Chandra's hiding over here somewhere.
Stop right there. What do you want with me?
You have information I need.
I don't even know. That's my house. First my barn, now my house?
This brings back memories.
Looks like those things are trying to smoke us out. Well, it worked. Let's get out of here before this place collapses.
I agree. Let's get out of here. Because there's no treasure in here. Ah! One final battle. And there's a lot of them. Well, since there is a lot of them, let's do the tentacles on that one.
What's going on?
Well, Firebrand's a pretty safe spell. We'll do that one.
Yeah?
And you, I guess, can frenzy.
I am listening.
And I think you're out of... Oh, no, you can do this.
Rio Avoco.
I think everyone's dead. Oh, no, there's one that's uninjured. Elgar,
get him.
Attack him. Okay. Kelgar, where are you going? Ay, ay, ay. Really?
I cannot travel quickly carrying all this.
What's the matter? What are you carrying? Oh, crap. We forgot to put the books back. I wonder how we're going to get back there into the archives on this. Well, that sucks. And we have to... You know what? Let's just give all of this to Kelgar. Kelgar's doing real bad. Real bad. We're going to have to rest, actually. That should be better. And we get a healer's kit. Okay. We don't want to waste it right now, though. Okay. Now I guess we can talk to Shandra.
Something you want?
What, we're supposed to talk to you or something?
Something you want? Something you want?
Was something that's supposed to be updated? Oh my goodness. What is going on here? How come it didn't update? Is there someone else we have to kill here? No. Okay. Well, I'm going to figure out what's going on here. And then I guess we'll come back. And we'll return to Neverwinter with Chandra safely in tow. Too bad about her farm. But anyways, this is Big Los signing off. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and Tango Medea.